What's up, guys? It's Cody. We're back again with another video, and today we are doing an NBA quiz from this Magic Quiz website, and they're gonna see if they could guess my favorite team. My favorite team, obviously, is the San Antonio Spurs, but you might not be able to tell because I'm wearing a Packers shirt. But my football interest has nothing to do with my basketball, so don't get that confused, buddy. Alright, so let's get this quiz started. What position do I like to play? Now that's an easy one. I like passing the ball, so I'm a point guard. I don't like shooting as much, even though I can shoot pretty well. I'm a little slow, your boy gained some weight, so on the court, if no one's in front of me and playing some tough defense, I can make the open shots. But once they start playing defense, it's over from there, man. I'm not quick enough to get around them. But if you're shorter than me, I could shoot over you. But yes, I'd have to say point guard because there's a lot less pressure when you don't have to make the shot. Alright, question 2. Choose an alien from Space Jam to guard. Now I can go with the smaller guy, but he's probably quicker. Those other two dudes look a little too swole for me to want to go up against them. I'll probably lose a couple teeth. So I'm going to have to go with the guy who has no teeth, because he doesn't look like the brightest, and I don't think he really know what to do once he gets the ball. So I'm going to pick that guy. Who's your favorite player? Now my favorite player is Tony Parker. I know that's goofy. Oh my gosh, Tony Parker. He's not elite. He's not Kobe. He's not LeBron. But you know what? Spurs are my favorite team, and ever since I was young, I'd watch Tony Parker dribble the ball, shoot some mid-rangers, lay up the ball, do some crazy layups, and get and ones. So that's why I like him. I also met his dad at a Bulls game once. I saw this old lady walking down the stairs, going to find her seat. Turns out she was going to the court, and she had this sparkly, signed, awesome looking Tony Parker jersey. And I was like, hey, nice jersey. And they turned around, they looked at me and smiled, and then his dad came back and shook my hand, and I was like, dang bro, this is awesome. I really want to meet your son, but I'm not going to be that guy that says, hey, can you introduce me to your son? Because they're there to work, not to shake random dudes' hands. But anyway, that was so cool. I still haven't met Tony Parker yet, but one day I will. Even if he's 90 years old, I'll meet him. But for the sake of this list, out of all these guys that I see here, I'm going to have to go with Carmelo Anthony, because Melo's just a beast. I used to watch him when I was younger, when he was on the Nuggets, just scoring, nonstop. Every time he gets the ball, swish, swish, swish. And I also had these Carmelo, yellow and blue Jordans when I was younger, and I'd wear them everywhere. I even used them to run track, and I was a chunky kid, bro. I ran like a 100-meter dash and like a 4x4 in Carmelo Anthony Jordans. And I was so slow, bro. The other team passed me up like 14,000 times, and I was still running. And my teammates were getting mad because they're like, bro, you're so slow. I want to win the race. And I'm like, I'm chunky, bro. What do you want me to do? But anyway, we picked Melo. Choose a basketball movie to watch. I'm picking Space Jam because I used to watch that movie every day. I also had the Space Jam video game on PlayStation, and I would just play that all day long, even though scrolls were just legit like cartoons, running back and forth. It was exciting. I love that movie. Why did the whistle get blown on me? Pause. I'm gonna have to say traveling, because I'm a thick boy, and I was playing in a basketball tournament not too long ago, and I was traveling a lot, bro. I'm always looking around to make sure people aren't mad at me for doing basic things like dribbling or having the ball, because there's some people that get super salty if you hold the ball too long because they want the ball. So I just grab it, look around, and I don't dribble. I just grab it, maybe take a few steps, and I just got called for traveling way too many times. And I was like, dang bro, I'm trash right now. I'm just traveling all over the court. But if I'm just playing for fun, I don't travel, bro. I got some good handles for a beefy boy. Choose a crazy Michael Jordan dunk. 3 of the 4 look exactly the same. I know they're probably not the same one, but we're gonna go with the best one. With the bottom right, you already know which one that is, so we don't even have to go into further detail. That's an iconic dunk. We're picking that one. What I love to have is my coach, Greg Popovich. But you know what? He's not on this list. Clearly, he should be on this list. He's a beast. But after watching The Last Dance and seeing how calm Phil Jackson is, I'd probably pick Phil Jackson, because I don't want to get yelled at. Or I'd rather do some yoga, just chilling, stretching, rather than getting yelled at, run some laps, run some laps. I mean, I don't know what these other coaches do. I haven't watched any documentaries on them. But Phil Jackson seems like a pretty easygoing guy, and so am I. We all love some jock jams, don't we, boys? Jock jams, really? Choose a ridiculous basketball song. You know, I could just go with Space Jam, but we're gonna go with basketball. You know why? We playing basketball. We love that basketball. That is a bop right there, boys and girls. And the way I sang it, it just makes you want to listen to it more, doesn't it? Basketball is a heavy contact sport. How do you hurt yourself? I've jammed my fingers a lot playing basketball. They're kind of crooked, but I haven't done any of the rest of these things. So my answer will be broken wrist. You know why? Because every time I shoot, I never miss. I drain it, and my wrist is gonna break from making so many baskets. It's gonna fall off, and that's just how it's gonna be, because I'm just that good. What's your favorite part of going to an NBA game? I like watching the game, clearly. I don't think that's part of the questions here or the answers, but I just love watching the game. Making sure my team wins, and when they don't win, I pretend I'm not there because I'm upset, alright? But I haven't seen the Spurs lose yet when I've gone to see them, so that's a plus. We're always blowing out the Bulls. Obviously, I live close to Chicago, so I've been to a lot of Bulls games, and the Bulls always lose every time I go. I don't think they've won once. I even went to the one where they lost to the Celtics by like 50 or 60 points, and they were just throwing alley-oops and dunking it, and I was like, who are these players on the Bulls right now? They just had in the most random people. So I'm gonna pick watching all the crazy dunks. I mean, who doesn't want to see a dunk? Dwayne Wade doesn't. What animal embodies your basketball spirit? I'm gonna have to say the shark, because when I'm playing basketball, most of my friends are shorter than me, so I'm just like a shark out of water. I just jump up and I block all their shots. And if I don't block their shots, I don't block their shots. I don't know. I just don't block them, okay? I can't block everything. I'm not Mutombo, but I would have to say a shark. What shot do you make every single time? All of them. I never miss. I'm just kidding. I usually make like the mid-range jumper from the left side because I copied Tony Parker when he would do that. I just practiced that so much that I could pretty much make that one, like 70 to 80% of the time if no one's guarding me. If someone's guarding me, who knows? I don't have a calculator around me when I'm playing basketball. Do you? Last question, how would you rate this quiz? Well, looking at this quiz, I don't think the Spurs is even an option. So I'm going to say it's an okay quiz, because you're not going to guess my team right. It seems like you only got 6 options there, and my team's not one of them. Alright, let's see the results of the quiz. Chicago Bulls. You're not far off, because you don't have much options if you don't live in San Antonio to be a Spurs fan other than watching on TV or watching them play the Bulls at the United Center. So it's kind of half right? I have to like the Bulls a little bit because I see them so often, but they're kind of trash, right? You've seen the Bulls on TV. They're like good for like 10 games, then they're bad for like 40 games, and then they're good a little bit for like 5 more games, and then they just tank the rest of the season. But it's not on purpose. They're just not that good. But I do like Zach LaVine. I have to say he's one of my favorite players to watch. Alright guys, so that was the NBA quiz. They clearly got it wrong, and it didn't even look like my team was even an option there. But I'll put the link to this quiz in the description below, so you guys can go take the quiz, see if they get your favorite team right, and let me know in the comments below what team you got. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.